Hi, Ricky.
Hi, Jay. Can you
Hi.
hear me?
Yeah, today I was thinking we try HTC's accountability format. Why is
Sure.
because it's shorter and I think it's actually better. I did it twice now, 3 times. I've I get the benefit. That's why I think I want to share with everybody. I'll show you how to do it. I'll do a sample, then maybe you can try this. Okay. So how's your progress?
I did something, but but yeah, I can show. I got a little objection. I guess it's not something I wanted. It's a really bad objection. So, um, what I mean is when I send value email to my customer, right? I got ignore. And well, remember I told you I have one customer get back to me, right? But they are on the same company. Like there's two people on the same company. One get back to me asking me, oh, how much is 200 hours, right? For example, right? And then the other one was just ignore me for some reason. I remember I sent email to him since end of June, actually like beginning of June. And then I didn't realize that when I sent him email, right? So beginning of June, I sent him one email, and then end of June, one email, and then end of July, one email. And then I realized, oh, that's 3 email already, but no one respond. And even I try to ask him a question specifically. And then yesterday I sent him a text message, but he still didn't reply. So, yeah, so don't know what's going on. I have worked with him and I don't feel I offended him or anything, but it's a kind of weird situation. My dad told me, hey, you're eating lemon. So
what does eating lemon means?
Like when you ask a girl to hang out, they said no. That means lemon.
Okay, I'm not aware of that expression.
Okay.
But without knowing the full context, I can't actually give you the solution. I mean, there are many reasons why people don't even respond. Sometimes it's not you. Sometimes it's your problem. It's their problem because they don't know how to respond correctly. They are very uncertain. Like some of the times it's not our problem, but I really need to know the context to give you very accurate thing. But let me just acknowledge that you actually wear something different this time. I noticed that.
It's very hot. It's hot here. So,
okay.
But yeah,
I
also
I
it's the
appreciate the
morning.
effort. Yeah,
It's the
I
morning.
appreciate the effort. So I recognize that. Just get comfortable wearing it in this situation. You actually look business-like.
Yeah,
So
I like the white shirt, but it's too hot now. So
yeah. Maybe when you are even talking with prospect, if white shirt's very hot and makes you uncomfortable, then maybe the shirt will not be so suitable. But I leave it up to you. If you're not comfortable, kind of hard to have a long conversation. So for me, I actually value comfortable more. But this is just me. It's not a don't take this and apply for everybody. Everybody is different. So happen I have the choice, so I can turn on the air conditioning. All right. Anyway, welcome everybody. Actually, I thought of doing HTC accountability, but I think the reason why when I do the accountability with my accountability partner, both of us, the whole thing is supposed to take 10 minutes, not more than 10 minutes. We did it for 3 days now. Always we finish under 5 minutes. So somehow with a fixed format, fixed questions, and I think also HTC, they brief us very, very well on how we should, the 5 questions and how we should report. So it's very, very, very quick. It's like one person, 2-3 minutes. No, sorry, not even 3, 2 minutes plus. So I'm very impressed with that. It really teaches us how to be brief and how to get a message across with a very short time, very few words. So I'm very happy with that. I thought of having the exercise here, but I think if I don't brief you guys correctly, I don't think that will work. So never mind. We will just stick with the same format. Just let us know what have you done last week, what you plan to do this week, and then we'll go for Q&A. Okay. So let's start with Ricky. Ricky, basically just now you told me what you did, but just for everybody, can you let everybody know?
Yeah, well, we'll start with some positive things. I think I'm working on that book. It's a 2/3, the Black Book again. I send email still send cold email to my customer. But I realized something weird. That's why I was talking. I think you guys were maybe not there, but I send a follow up email to my customer, and then he didn't reply. I didn't realize at the beginning, because I was sending to 2, right? CC one or the other, right? Like 2 at the same time, and then one respond, but the other never, right? And then but they are different plan, right? They are different location people, and then both are the guy I worked with before, and they are okay, and they give me a testimonial before, right? And then so one guy goes on me for no reason. I kind of personal, I don't know. And yeah, and then I try to see why he goes on me, but I guess there's nothing I can do too much. If I send out too aggressive email, then I will look unprofessional. So
I agree.
Yeah, so I'll just try to send value email constantly, like a month, or like every month, to try to get him up to speed again. I don't know. That's what I can think. And then the other thing I did is I was looking at ClickFunnels and Hubspot because I want to send massive email to like people on the list. Like I don't want to like send one at a time. So I'm trying to see, I was looking at ClickFunnels, but I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do to send like email on the list without with like people like high different name, right? So I tried to do that, but I think it doesn't have that capability.
I don't think ClickFunnels is the right tool for that.
Yeah, so I will look at HubSpot next. So
okay, I never used HubSpot before, but if you want this to set up or something, you can ask Bor. He used ActiveCampaign and some other tools before. I myself, I used GetResponse in the past, but I haven't touched all of this in a long time. So and plus Bor is going to be the email specialist of the group. So if you want some details, you can just reach out to him and ask him.
Yeah, okay. The reason why I say HubSpot is because when I look at video from Dan Locke, he mentioned HubSpot. So
because they are using HubSpot internally.
Yeah, so I just want to see how I could send massive email. Like let's say I inject a list, right? I have a list with name and then email and then phone number, right? Then how I can modify the template a little bit, then I can just send it all to.
I believe every email autoresponder can do that, such as
Okay.
Aweber, GetResponse, ActiveCampaign, MailChimp. MailChimp is actually free for that purpose. You don't need to pay anything. So I'll recommend you look at MailChimp. You can just get started. Plus, you don't plan to be an influencer. So I think there's no problem just to use MailChimp.
Oh,
I think
thanks for those.
let's say if HubSpot charge you money, I think your money can be spent at better places at this point. So that's my 2 cents.
For those
So
suggestions.
I'm glad you're taking action, and at your expense, I'll use your example to motivate everybody. Okay, but before I put you down a little, I'll just give you some suggestion. The email which you wrote, I'm not sure if you can post it in Facebook group to get some feedback on it. You'll be able to get a lot of feedback. You can just give them a brief context. Now, when you give context, no more than 3 lines, maximum 3 lines. Give a very brief context. So with limited context, what do people think about the email? I think you're going to get some very interesting feedback. Okay, so just do that. I think you're going to get a lot of benefit from that. And anybody who did B2B, you can actually like network with them and ask this type of situation, because chances are they're not going to be your competitor. Very, very, very slim chance. Yours is very, very, very specific company, specific software. I don't think they'll be your competitor. So I think they are going to be okay to help you. Usually people are quite okay to help, but just for that extra security, I'll just tell you, hey, don't need to be worried, because yours is a very, very, very specific software situation. All right. So don't worry about people stealing your business, or the chances of that is going to be very low. All right.
Wow.
So
right
you
now
guys
I don't have any.
Okay, you guys realize you are in a much better position than Ricky, because you guys have the power to say no to customers, to prospects. Okay, like let's say if it's not a good fit, if it's not really the type of project you want, or something that you feel there's something wrong with this prospect, you can actually say no, and you have infinite prospects. Ricky actually has a bit more quite a bit more pressure, because limited company, then she can't really like keep approaching. Right. So just know that you have to be grateful, because out of the 5 questions in HTC, our accountability, every day we have to be grateful of something. So just trying to share, like, even if you feel there's nothing to be grateful of, just grateful that your situation is not bad. And actually, there are a lot of things we can be grateful for. We can all see we are all healthy. Actually, a lot of things we take for granted. Now, why do we want to be grateful? Is because when you're feeling gratitude, when you're feeling grateful, your fear disappear. You will not be fear. And the reason why most of us don't take action, like most of you guys know what you need to do, but why are you not doing it? But stopping from you is fear. So the goal is to remove the fear as much as possible. So how can we remove the fear? You can't just puff up your chest and say you're very brave. I found a way. It's just be grateful for something. You can do this multiple times a day. When you find you are procrastinating, if you are not doing something fast enough, just be grateful for something. Oh, I have my wife, my kids, everything is healthy. Just find something. There are plenty of things to be grateful, to be grateful for. For example, for me, sometimes I think about my computer. It's like, hey, remember 3 years ago you're using a shitty computer bought from my Max Pro and stuff like that. So I feel that there are many things to be grateful. Okay, so just have that habit. In fact, I'll say every day just think of something to be grateful for. It's very good for your mental health. You have a great benefit for that. All right. So Ricky, I know your situation is a bit different from us, but if you ask, just give yourself the permission to, number one, not need to know everything. I know it's very hard coming from technical background. We have to know everything. Correct?
Yeah.
But actually,
I don't have
business,
money to delegate yet, so I feel always need to know first. Maybe if
actually
it
that's
is,
that's a limitation. That is a limitation. It's not true.
yeah.
But I don't know how to tell you in a way that it's easy to digest. I can just tell you it's not true. We in business, most of the time when you make decision, you do not have full information. Most of the time, we don't even have half the information. The knowing everything is actually an illusion. We will never know everything. That much I can tell you. We as humans, what we know is very limited, very, very, very limited, right? Even on things which I'm considered a specialist in, I can tell you, I know not much. Okay, so we will never know enough. So if we need to know everything before we do anything, we need to get that out of our head. It's not helpful. Okay, take me many years to actually solve this, so I don't expect you to like immediately get it, but just put it in your seed, put it in your brain as a seed and let it grow. Just be comfortable doing things that just first give yourself the permission to not know everything. Okay, give yourself that permission. Let's say previously, if you're working for other people, they keep saying, why don't you know this? Why don't you know this is part of your job? That is all not true. Just delete all those memories and give yourself the opportunity, the flexibility. Okay, give yourself the space to actually, I don't know. So because the only way you can improve is to first acknowledge you don't know something. Then yes, we have a chance to improve. So hope that is helpful for you. Okay, and you'll see this in everybody who you see successful today. They have gone through this process. Okay, we know we don't know anything. Okay, so thanks for sharing, Ricky, and congratulations on I see making a lot of progress in the book. Okay,
oh yeah,
more than half.
The book is comfort zone though, right? Like just read the book, right? But yeah,
Okay.
try to send email and then hard email. People don't care. Ignore
You send an email.
Those are hard stuff.
Ask for feedback. Don't allow yourself to don't know. And number two, allow yourself to share the things out there, because you're by doing that, I can guarantee you in Copy Academy or in the sales challenge, nobody is going to be an asshole and say why your email sucked. No, I don't think that's going to happen. But I mean that's the worst thing that can happen, and I don't think it will happen.
Well, I didn't post it on Copy Academy because I'm not a member. I'm in there, but I'm not a member because I was a member for 1 month and then I opt out because I have other things to do, right? So
okay, fair enough. So I'll ask Lisa to kick you out. Yeah, that's her job.
That's fine. I just watched people posting. It's okay.
Even if you are there, also I think that is not the place where you can benefit the most. So I mean, I don't see anything wrong there. Just post in a group, Facebook group, sales challenge. I think that's a Facebook group, or Telegram. Just post, find a way to get feedback on the work. Yeah. I think it's you'll gain.
Like you mean Tony Facebook group?
A 21 day sales challenge. The sales challenge.
That one is like it's like Telegram. So yeah.
Okay, then post in Telegram. No choice.
Yeah, the problem is there's too many. Nobody cares inside. So
find a place where you can get feedback on your work.
Yeah.
If there is
that's the problem about Telegram. It's like, oh, you post
you
something,
you have to
never
find
see
a place
it again. So yeah,
you have to find a place to post to get feedback on your work.
Yeah.
Now, let's say if
got it.
That, I was like, why Bor haven't got a client? So I take a look like, hey, what is stopping you? So I see his work and I realize the things that he's putting in front of himself to prevent himself. He say, oh, I see this in the gig requirement, so I dare not apply. I'm like, what the hell? Just apply. And he's actually the person. Is that on Upwork, Bob, or Fiverr? Upwork,
yeah, on Upwork.
Right. It's on Upwork, and the prospect was so impressed. Bob is going to get a meeting, a closing call tomorrow. Okay, so if you don't let somebody look at your work, especially somebody who did something that you did before, kind of hard to know. We don't know what we don't know. We don't know what mistakes we are doing. because it's our business. So this is where I don't, Ricky, for your situation, I sincerely don't know who to recommend you, because I don't do B2B myself. I mean, I don't do something which is what you're doing. So I'm not the best person to give you feedback on what you should or shouldn't do. Yes, I can tell you how to improve, but there are probably other people to learn from. I can introduce you an influencer for you to learn a few things from him. And we have a monthly coaching call with him. You can bring your answers. You can bring your questions and ask him. He happens to be my prospect as well. Okay. I'll introduce. It's very cheap, $30 a month. The whole library you go and learn. You will go and improve your sales. It's free. Okay.
Yes.
Just remind me.
$30. Yeah.
Just remind me after this if I forget. Right. So okay.
That influencer is B2B influencer.
Yes.
Okay.
He's the closest thing which I can recommend to you. Then B2B is going to cost you a lot. It's called ultra high ticket sales, and you can't even take it without going through HTC. I forgot, was it 10K or 100,000?
Oh shit.
I forgot, but when I first found out about the price, it doesn't matter if it's 10 or 100,000. It's too big for me. It might as well be $1 million. And at that time, I don't have a lot of money. All right. So, but today, if you tell me 10 or 100,000, I'll be able to remember. Back then, it's like 10K or 100K. Even 8,000 to me, it feels like it's 8 million. All right. So, okay. Right. So, thank you. Thanks for your accountability. Anastasia, how's your week?
I'm pretty much sending letters, cold emails only this week, and I haven't got any answer from them. I already like sending them quite a lot.
HIC, I believe there's a Facebook group, correct?
Yeah.
Send some of your emails, take a screenshot and post it in HIC. I'm not in HIC. I can't say they will definitely give feedback, but Dunlop's programs, generally, there will be some moderator, somebody from TeamShield to give you feedback. If really there's no feedback, just send screenshots, send it to me. I'll get some feedback for you. I'll post it in somewhere. I'll get some feedback for you, right?
Okay.
Because if I'll even send you a follow-up schedule.
Follow-up.
Do you have the follow-up schedule, or did I post it in Tony's?
No.
Bob, did I post that in Tony's group?
Sorry, what kind of schedule?
The follow-up email schedule. When do we follow up?
Oh, the 7 days, the 1 day kind of thing, right? It's in Tony's Slack channel.
Can you do a screenshot and send to? I forgot where is it. I don't know how to find. You help Anastasia with that. All right. The cold email template, I think I sent her the email and the email tracker, but how people can see the email has been opened. Just send her the tools. Okay. So Anastasia, I'll just send your email to us. I'll send you a schedule when should you send the follow-up, because chances are when you send the first cold email, people are not going to immediately, hey, let's do business now. Usually takes a few. That's for cold email. If you're bidding on projects on Upwork, it's a bit different, because those people already raise their hand and say they want to buy something. The people on cold email, they didn't raise their hand. So first they need to know that they want to buy something. Then they need to raise their hand and they'll say, hey, I want you to do it. But the payout is bigger, all right? Cold email, generally, the price is much, much higher. That's the only reason why people are doing it. Else everybody work on Upwork. Okay, so just send me the screenshots of the emails. I'll see anything that I can see, some improvements. I can give you some feedback. Also, even though the cold email, it's not perfect, never mind, because generally you need to send a few. Antoine, who was the person who was teaching us copywriting, his first client, his first big deal, if I'm not mistaken, he followed up for 8 or 10 months. I forgot the number, 8 or 10 months before he closed. And when he closed, it's 5,000 or was it 12? I forgot. The number is big. And he was doing a event, a Tony Robbins event in France. He was the one who wrote the email for Tony Robbins. All right, so it took him many, many months. I think he followed up once a month. All right, so it's, I don't know, you count maybe 8 emails, 5. So this when we send a cold email, the mentality we need to have, it's not going to be I send and immediately people say yes, let's do business. Very, very unlikely. Very, very unlikely, unless you have a killer cold email sending to an audience who, if the market awareness is like you're the pioneer, all the stars align and kind of stuff. After generally, just expect to send some cold emails, send some follow-up. I'll give you the schedule and can give you some ideas what to send in the follow-up emails. All right. So at least that will be taken care of. Okay. So besides the cold emails, any other things that
No, I'm just like cold emails and then building portfolio. Just that, and then looking at like browsing which people that I need to approach. Like from Facebook, from LinkedIn, even from Instagram.
Okay.
I just like.
I'll ask a random question. Each person, how much time do you use to evaluate if you'll be approaching this person?
What do you mean?
Let's say you look at one person.
Yeah.
How much time do you say do you take to make a decision? I'm going to approach this person, or yes or no?
It's quite fast actually.
It's quite fast. Okay.
5 minutes, maybe less.
Oh, okay.
Like
then
it's the one. It's just like I'm just like not really sniper, like I'm
okay.
just shooting.
Okay.
M16.
So I like the gun analogy. What is taking up a lot of your time if you look at your schedule?
Building the cold emails. Because
okay.
Because like say for Bor, I give different, and then for Kevin maybe another one. Like I'm not giving it all the same. So
okay. So one cold email.
When you change, it's a bit difficult to, okay, what should I approach this guy? So I need to research him. I know the person, it's fast, but to research the background, to research about let's say if he sell retails product, that I need to know the industry. So imagine if it's like the medical, the industry, the medical, the retails, the fashion. I was like, my God, I have to like researching all the industry, right?
Okay, I understand.
Yeah, I cannot give the emails for retails the same as the one for fitness, for example.
Okay. Wow. Does this sound familiar? Does this sound?
She's moving really fast when she's like finding the right prospects, right? He's faster than me, yes. But the cold email needs practice, yes, for sure.
Okay, but initially you also face this problem, correct? One person, you spend a lot of hours.
Let's say
I'll raise my hand.
It's not the person, but the industry. Last time I have this the one that doing podcast, and I was like, what is podcast? I've never touched podcast. I don't even, I never even look at the podcast.
You, me, and Bo, we three made the same mistake. Max, I don't know, because Max never tell me he has this problem, so I cannot say he have this problem. But me, Bo, and you, we made this mistake last time. We want to know everything about the business before we write the cold email. Just now, what I shared with Ricky, we need to give ourselves the permission to proceed without knowing everything. We just need to know enough to help people. Okay, when you feel you need to know a lot of things before you take action, that's actually a problem. I'll show you how to overcome this. I think an even better way is, Bob, what was the thing which make you stop doing this? Because I noticed you don't do this nowadays.
Like what? Don't do what kind of things?
Spend many hours watching the person's video before you send the first cold email. Remember last time we used to do that?
Yes, like because like that's the person. I mean, like that's the first few person who is in the fitness industry. But right now, most of my prospects is in fitness industry. Yep. So I kind of have the fundamental in the industry, but after that, I think like your point, you made a great point that like just allow the permission thing, right? You just now the thing that you gave it to Ricky. Okay, give ourselves permission to fail, and then like expect nothing, something like that. So just get it done, and then yeah, I'm
I
not
wouldn't
sure
say
it makes
give
sense.
yourself permission to fail, but if you want to interpret that way, it's okay.
Mm.
Give yourself the permission to take action without knowing everything, because seriously, you will never know everything. Just to show, just to make a point, I'll just show you guys. I have this problem as well. Last time, right? I show you what is the things I do before I send my first cold email. I have it all beside me. All right. You just research the industry, correct? I went and print out their whole brochure. I read everything. Okay. This is just one person. Second book. All right.
It's yeah.
Yeah, second book. Just now was the first. Oh, this is breakthrough advertising. So what I did was I went to her website. I looked at everything. I watched, I think, at least 5 hours of her YouTube videos. I print out all her brochures. Yeah.
Wow.
Before I wrote the first cold email. So I think I spent 20 hours of research. But now, knowing what I know today, this is all nonsense. What I'm doing is because I feel insecure. I feel afraid. I know if I do the research, quote unquote research, I don't need to actually send a cold email. But what if I'm honest to myself? I'm just afraid of sending the cold email. I'm not doing all this research. The doing research is just a very convenient excuse I tell myself. Hey, you need to do all this. The real problem is I'm not confident with my ability to write a good cold email. If you dig even deeper than that, the root problem is I'm very afraid when I send a cold email, I don't get a response. Yeah, I don't get a response. That's the root. Once I shift my thinking of when I write the cold email, I just want the second cold email to be better than the first, or the fifth to be better than the first. Maybe the second and the first, but the fifth or the 10th is definitely going to be better than the first. Once I shift my attention to making progress instead of getting result, I stop doing so much research. Am I saying you don't need to do research? No, you need to have some understanding of the business.
Yes.
But 20 hours, come on, 3 days of research, send one cold email. That's ridiculous. Okay, so I'm not sure if everybody's root problem of procrastination is the same, but I think more or less you get some ideas there. That being said, I can give you a few ways to shorten the process. What Bob says is correct. If you stick in one industry, maybe 3 industry at most, it will reduce the time needed to do a lot of repetitive research. So just pick 3 industry, one which makes money, one which you are interested, and another one I don't even know. For me, I have 2. One, when I started, one was makes me money, real estate, a lot of demand. I have all the templates. Okay, but I just don't like it. But it makes me a lot of money. So what can I say? Another one, which is what I like, self-improvement, but I have no materials, I have no track record, I have nothing. Okay, so just be more selective on the niche. That itself will help. But the root of the problem, just allow ourselves to focus on the improvement. Okay, that will help. I'll see like this week when I can actually jump on a Zoom call with you. I can see like what are the things that I can help you to overcome this problem.
Yeah.
Right. So
Jay, sorry, Can I also have a look for the sales page for the real estate? How is
Sales
it?
page for real estate. My
I
sales
mean,
page is
at first sending, and then the second sending is like how many the sequence, you know, like am I offering like 10 sequence or just one, three, or
you mean how many emails you want to sell?
yeah,
Uh
because I cannot selling just one email, right?
you can. But usually on Fiverr we sell sequences. We sell campaigns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you mean
usually we sell
when you mean campaign, it's like what is that? You know, like
five emails, one a day, weekday, introduction, warm up, create need, final is urgency. There'll be a few. So very rarely we send. Kind of hard to make a sale if you just send one email for any business.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. I think I can help you to solve that a little because just only because like I've been through that. Okay. So just by doing that, I think I can help you.
I still don't know how the sequence sounds like, you know, like when the first introduction, first introduction is fine, but then after that, what the second step, you know, like the one that can support. I mean, I still don't get the feeling how my support the first letter, or and then the third letter, so I'm supposed to support the second letters, or you know, like which one I need to support.
Okay. Let me see if I can just find.
Because I saw other people emails. Some of them not even related. You know, like first email, second email, third email. They're not. I don't even feel the sequence. You know.
There are many ways to find this answer. Number one is you can search on YouTube, email sequence. There are a few options. Number two, you can enroll in some course, short course, doesn't have to be expensive, to learn about email sequence. But I think a better way is you can go and ask Paul, what is a 4-day or 5-day email sequence? Okay, Bob, why you want to teach is because when you share, you learn faster.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Don't just keep it in your head. If you share it with others, you actually improve faster. You can also share what you're doing. Doing that will actually give you more confidence. And if you can, get on a call with Anastasia before Wednesday appointment. So you'll feel more confident during the closing call. So helps you, helps her. Okay.
So yeah. I mean, like I'll arrange a call after this call with Anastasia. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. So I think this week will be very interesting for you, Anastasia. We'll give you some homework.
Yeah, because only this week that after I speak with board, then I can, you know, like making my own signature. That the sequence, you know, the sequence that I need to do this, I need to do that. Then I feel like I don't know. It's like when you riding a bike, it's not gliding fast yet, you know, but it glides.
Yeah, because if let's say the whole week, if I feel the activity is a bit low, usually I'll ask, is there anything going in your life? If the answer is no, then I think probably there's a procrastination problem. Then I try to help solve that, because if that doesn't get solved, then the next week when you come back, it's not going to be a lot of extra action taken. Then that doesn't it's going to be hard to make progress that way. Okay, so after you see, well, I mean, just share with her the tools you have, the trainings you attended. Once you did that, do a example of a 3-day. I don't need 5 days. Do a simple 3-day email sequence and just send it to me. Okay. I mean, I don't care what you write. I just want you to do it.
Sorry. Like write you
no. She will write 3 days.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I don't need 5 days. I think usually campaign is 5 days, sometimes 7 days. I don't need that. 3 days is enough. Just for exercise. Because if you just listen, and you don't take action, you don't do something, you forget it. So I want her to internalize the lessons. Okay, Max, how's your week?
Okay, all right. Last week I just do 4 things. So I write 4 things. I write 12 cold, not cold emails. It's like 12. I rewrite. I following up my current leads. I rewrite them a new gift for them. It's like a very simple product description. Rewrite copywriting. So this is the one. And the second thing is I practice on, I attend the MSC, the More Sales Challenge.
More Sales Challenge, okay.
More Sales Challenge.
Okay.
And then the third one is, previously I have a nightmare clients, but the project is going on half. But actually I just want to close the project, and then I go to set up their Facebook campaign. And then after this, I will just leave them.
Okay, fair enough.
I want to make things done soon.
Okay.
And then the last thing is I went to the job board, and then I qualified my leads from them.
What platform was it?
It's like Job Street at Malaysia. This one is Job Street.
Okay.
So I saw one influencer, they are hiring copywriter. So actually I just went to his website, and I just go through their sales funnel, and then I create a sales funnel proposal for them, and then I apply the application, the job application.
In the job application, did you show them the research you did?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So these are the four things I do last week.
That's a good week. Okay. And after this session, we will have a discussion about it. Yep, Anastasia, yes.
Yeah. About this job, because someone like my profile in LinkedIn.
Is it me or
there are 2
the line
companies
is
like
breaking?
but it's not asking about the sales page or they just want to know me.
Anastasia, just now your line broke, so maybe you have to repeat that. Yeah.
Okay. They see my profile in LinkedIn, and then they approach me, and then they ask because there are 2 companies which they ask for an interview with me. They're both in the UK, but it's quite, and then asking if I can find I don't know which kind of job is that, but they tell like, can I have an interview with you about a certain job, and then I'll just say yes, any interview. So I don't know but I got 2 already, but I don't know what are they. Yep.
Yeah, just go attend the interview and you'll know.
Yeah, but they're not talking about can you make a sales page, can you make a funnel. It's quite random. Probably
but usually when they
want to have a job in copywriting kind of like thing, like marketing copywriting, but not specifically like I'm doing something freelance for them, I mean.
Yeah, just attend the interview and see what happens. You can always say no, okay? Guys, you can always say no to prospect or company, or you have the choice, all right?
But what if they pay quite nice?
Then you ask, why are you asking me the question?
No, I don't know. Like because
if they pay high, and because
I don't know. Like I saw Tony's video, and then he's like rejecting the work like that. He prefers to do.
Why does what he do matter to you? You are you. He's him.
And it's like cheating his way.
His situation is different from yours, so you can't just follow people's decision. You have to ask yourself, if I make this decision, what are the pros and cons? Like the short term, sometimes it's a detour, sometimes it's actually not a detour. Sometimes it actually can help you with your freelancing. So just be open about it. I generally don't say no to things. I don't, until I'm like, I'm so overbooked, then I really want to qualify everything before I hop on a Zoom call or I waste my time. But until you are at a situation where you feel I'm too busy, I need to talk, I'm already selling to many people, I'm already being paid by many different people, just don't say to opportunities, even if it's employment, I'll say, hey, keep your options open.
I'm just like, is that okay? Or it's not actually like...
Why is that not okay?
Because it's not freelancing, it's...
Oh, who cares?
your commitment to...
Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? I mean, Tony wants to be a bit more free. Okay. Yeah. Like Antoine, he wants to be more free. And he has the walk away power. All right. He has, I think, like at that time when he did that decision, I think he had more than 6 months of income savings, or maybe 1 year that time. And let's just say if he don't get any gigs in 3 months, he's still okay. Right. So everybody's situation is different. Don't just try to copy other people.
Yeah, I blocked that. But the thing is, like, before I make a decision, I said, when she asked me for interview, I said okay, because I don't know what is it, and I don't know my decision later on. I don't know if it's good or not, but I just say okay, because like you said, I don't say no.
But at the bare minimum, I'll ask them to send what is the job description and what are they looking to pay. That is what I'll ask before I hop on an interview.
Yeah.
Okay. Unless you are like me, you hop on an interview, you can tell people, hey, your company, you're doing 10 things wrong. I don't know why you guys doing this. And this is actually costing you money. I mean, that's how I usually attend my interview sessions. It's very polarizing. Sometimes the person who is interviewing me is in charge of that thing, and they're like, oh my God, you're insulting me. I'm like, hey. So it's very polarizing. It's actually very yes or very no. Okay. Unless you are that type of person, then maybe you want to be more selective of the interview, because I mean, it's still your time.
Yeah.
Just like, what is the job description? And just like, okay, how much are you guys going to pay for this? Rough estimate. I don't need to be very, very accurate. Usually when they post this, they will tell. Usually, so far, all the job boards or something, they do give an estimate. Yeah, so from there, actually, you can get enough information.
Yeah, as for me, I just want to make some interaction from
Go ahead.
Like from employee, or like someone else, like just like for me to be a bit,
Yeah, I agree on that. No harm. Actually, this is a confidence tip for everybody.
Yeah.
When there is opportunity to get on a Zoom call with a company, just go for it. If anything, it helps you to. It's very good for your confidence.
For confidence,
very good for your confidence. You don't want your first Zoom call to be a closing call. You know how anxious you are. Oh, is my lighting good? Is my this good? Is my mic good? Okay, so unless that company is taking too much of your time, or that person's taking too much of your time, then it's a different conversation. But interviews,
usually no. Yeah.
Just go, unless they are asking for something very, 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 very not related to you. Let's say if they ask for an artist, draw things, I won't go. If they ask for a singer, I won't go. What else? But it has to be like that for me to say no. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if I imagine myself 3 years ago, I'll say yes more often.
Yeah, she just wants to know how my skills can bring something to the company. So she just want to.
Yeah, that's a very
interview
good question.
Me to know that. So I was like,
that's a very good question. Yeah.
So now good. I'm just like, how? I don't know.
Go and do some.
I don't know which skills. Yeah.
Sometimes it's good to have.
Most of it is like about marketing, like a bit. But we're I mean, she speaks for company because they are doing the marketing. And then there's terms like inbound marketing, like all the thing that I was like, what's that,
The first time when you hear it,
yeah.
actually terms like inbound marketing, the first time you don't know it, it's okay. The second time you don't know it, you better Google it by that time. First time you hear a term, you don't know what the term is, it's okay.
Yeah.
The second time, you better go and check.
Yeah.
Okay. These are, if I hire somebody to do something, I expect them to learn the things. I don't expect them to know everything, but I expect them to, when they face some questions they don't know, they won't like, oh, I don't know, this is not my, I mean, I don't know. The worst thing that we can do is, I don't know, that's why I don't do it. And that's a way to get fired very quickly. Heck, my client just fired somebody like that. Okay, so if we don't know, find a way to know. All right, and if somebody says something that we don't know, somebody in our business we don't know, the second time we better go and watch some videos about it, at least know something about it. So
yes,
that helps, right? Okay, so it's almost 10, and since we are going to do Q&A after this, Ricky, you are the only one who's not going to be in the discussion later, and you haven't asked a lot of questions, so I'll open the floor to you. You have any questions to ask?
Later, you guys hang out or something?
Yeah, I got a prospect from China which I don't want to work with.
Oh,
because it's
you guys together work on this project. Okay.
Yeah, because it's not something I want to do. And I mean, I think the person is semi-okay. Rather than just straight away say no, I'm like, hey, why don't there are some people who need some gigs here. Jay, you skip ball again. Not really. I think I answered all boss questions on Sunday.
Oh, you skip ball, yeah. Let's ball talk first.
Yeah. But I guess yeah, I mean, for accountability session, yeah, Bob, what have you did last week?
So I'll just make it quick. Like the Upwork proposal, I just want to add on something. There's a turning point that you made me want to send that proposal, because I face a block like this. So the gig asked me to do design work. Okay, it mentioned the word design. Okay, it scares me. And then second, it asked for proven marketing result, which I don't have any. And then I just panicked, and then just asked Jay, and then he told me just send it. Why? Because he asked me to imagine the worst case scenario, right? So the worst thing is that I get ignored or I get a no. And then normal case, maybe I get a reply, and then maybe a short conversation, which leads to no or a yes, right? So the worst case scenario, which is not something worse or bad. So I just sent it, and then like I got a reply. And then that's the one which is a Zoom meeting tomorrow. And although he's also interviewing other 3 copywriters, but I just treat it as another like practice session. Yep. So
when Upwork says they're interviewing people, they're just sending he just send message to other people.
Yeah,
it's not
reply.
actually interviewing.
Yeah, it's actually a reply. And then like whether or not they get on a Zoom meeting, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Really? Like maybe
a business owner won't have so much time to go and talk with so many people. Generally, if it says it's interviewing 10, maybe half, that's a very high number. It's going to be less than half. A business owner won't have so much time to go and do all this nonsense. I mean, why I say that is because of the reply he sent you. He's very impressed. If he sent you that reply, he's not going to interview another 4 or 10?
4.
He'll be sending messages to a few. Yes. Get on a Zoom call? Nah, I don't think so. I seriously doubt it. Maybe 2 or 3. Maybe not more than that.
Okay, sure.
Okay, because each discussion will be half an hour, 1 hour, sometimes more than that. They don't have so much time. And the thing which I want to point out, which everybody can benefit, is hey, if you don't apply for the job, for the gig or the, what do you guys call that on Upwork?
Job posting.
Okay, if you don't apply for the job posting, what is the outcome? No reply. That's the worst thing that can happen. Now, if you do send a proposal, what's the worst thing that can happen? No reply.
Yes.
So if you do nothing, it's already the worst outcome. Might as well you go and do something.
Yes.
It's going to be a net improvement. So why not? Just go and submit. Okay. But when you submit, you have to submit with effort, 100%. I'm not just simply write something and submit. That's not. But Boy actually wrote the proposal seriously. It was quite nice. Actually, next time we ask you to share it. I actually shared the half. I don't want to share the whole thing because it's your work. I don't want to share the whole thing. I shared the top part with Veronica and she's like, oh, this is so nice. I'm like, yeah, it's nice. I didn't send Lisa yet because maybe she'll say something mean. I don't want to make you sad, All right. Okay. So guys, when you think you can't, if let's say even when you're applying for a job, they say they need 10 things, you don't need to tick everything. A lot of the times, the person who is interviewing or the person who is hiring don't even know what they want. Yeah. So don't let that stop you. When you apply, the worst thing that can happen is they don't reply you. That's the worst thing that can happen. That's not going to be worse than that. They won't sue you. They won't send you a letter to ask you to pay something. They won't send people to hit you, or these things won't happen. All right. Okay. Hope that is helpful for everyone. Okay. Ricky, remind me to send you the influencer. Okay. Then his live session is usually the last week Thursday, your Thursday morning.
Okay.
For your time zone, it's going to be your Thursday morning. For me, it's my Thursday night. All right.
Is it Antonio or no?
Yeah. Yes.
Antonio.
I think I can send you a link to get the $30 because if you buy it from his website, it's 60.
Yeah, actually I already opt in one month and I look at the first couple video. What he talked about makes sense. Just want to give you some what I feel. So when I look at the video, he tell me like what to do. But for some reason, I did not absorb a lot of information from him. Maybe he never talked about tell story. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Okay, I can tell you the difference between him and dialogue.
Yeah.
The number one difference. What is the difference?
Yeah.
He give content.
Yeah, he is content. Like content, like just give me the content. So
dialogue give you context.
Yeah, it's harder to understand actually. So.
Okay, then maybe you are very new to marketing. It's a good way.
I am.
Yeah. It's a good way to start. Okay. I will do a screen share with you because I bought the membership and my client brought the membership, but we got actually different things. So I actually prefer my interface because I think mine is easier.
Okay.
I'll just send you a screenshot. If let's say you are getting his interface, I might actually need to discuss. Not discuss. Let him know. Let the influencer know. It's very hard to understand if you put it in this way. Yeah.
Yeah, it just like when I look at the video from Dan Locke, it's more like he start with story, or sometimes I feel like he take very long, but sometimes I got a feeling I understand it more. But when I look at Antonio one is yeah, I see all his video, but it doesn't stick for some reason.
There are few reasons. Number one is you are not used to the way a person teach. Okay, that not make it easy for beginners to understand. Okay, that being said, Victor Antonio is also.
It's 21 hours.
Oops.
Sorry.
Okay, Victor Antonio also is okay. I mean, I'll just do a quick screen share here. I wonder if this is the thing you see, because if it's this, it's actually okay. The new interface.
Foundational, yeah. When you click on foundational, you see. Can you click on foundational?
I'm not sure if I'll need to log in because this is I haven't refreshed this for some time. Okay, yes, here.
Yeah, this is what I see. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, it's just maybe when I look at the video,
if this
out
this
of
part,
context for me. So
okay. If this part is very hard to digest for you, then you will need to watch it a few times. Seriously, because this part, I have a lot of good discussions with my client after he watched the first 3 videos.
Okay.
Because this number one is like a little bit of the mindset here.
Yeah.
Okay. Then here is like how you want to frame your discussion, how you want to make it easy for people to understand, especially the inside the brain power. Because for when I communicate with you, I need to turn my brain frequency to 100% for me to understand what you're saying, and I have to go and think, how can I reframe it for your prospect to know the benefit? When you're doing a sales presentation, we cannot assume people are going to give you the full attention. Okay, we have to make it easy to understand. So sometimes a joke here, a metaphor there, easier said than done. I understand that. Seafood then has been doing that for 10 plus years. So
yeah.
But if you feel this you don't understand, I might rewatch and like, okay, what can I take away from this? Okay. The thing which I say about his is he don't have a group for people to do group study. They don't have a Facebook group for people to do discussions. So that is the weakness. Okay, it's not like Copy Academy where we can discuss, and the social interaction there is not there. It feels very lonely. You're studying this alone. So that's my criticism for his. I actually, in my free gift when I send him, I actually say on a higher package, we actually have a group discussion where people can ask questions, because he's already doing that. But I mean, he didn't take that. He didn't implement it. I mean, I can't do anything. He's the influencer. Yeah, but sometimes it makes you appreciate Dan Locke's training even more because he makes it easy to understand. That's one thing.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I go back to Dan Locke for some reason after like, it take me a lot of brain power to, and then I go back to Dan Locke video. I'm like,
other sales trainers, part of it is because this is something that maybe you just exposed to it in the past 1 year, 2 years. Okay. If let's say it's something that you have been exposed to for many years, or you have been doing this for some time, then it'll be easier. But if you do not go through this process of, I don't know what this person is talking about, you will not progress to the next level. That being said, if after watching 2-3 times you still don't get it, okay, sometimes you have to know different strokes for different folks. Maybe this is just not suitable for you, then you have to find another person. Sometimes these things happen. I fully understand that. And some people also, they say, they're not teaching me anything. So I'm like, okay, different people need to learn from different people. Which is why sometimes I tell my client, so happen I learn very well this way, but I don't expect you to learn the same way I learn, because everybody learn differently. Okay, so just try to meet, just be open with it.
Well, actually, I opt out now we'll get back in. Yeah. Just, I'm like,
what is
I'm not
good
paying
for
$30. Yeah.
what is good for Victor Antonio is he does B2B. He show you how to structure a presentation. Then
Yeah,
didn't
I
cover this.
understand. Yeah.
Now, when you know how to structure a presentation, you know how to like break the presentation and you can sprinkle it in your emails. It gives people reasons to keep reading your emails and responding and keep in touch with you. That is very valuable, especially when you need to close the deal. I imagine you need to go to the company and make at least a short presentation. Now, why my client was so open to learn from Victor Antonio? Okay, tell you guys a short story. Both of us, he drove me in his Audi. We drove to the capital of Malaysia. He took his slow, heavy laptop to go and do a presentation, and we are there to sell laptops. I'm not kidding. He took a heavy and slow laptop. The PowerPoint slide, the color contrast is like, are you sure you're going to use this on a projector? Because if your slide is all black and white, it's easy to see. His is like blue and dark blue. I'm like, I don't think this is going to look very well on the projector unless you turn off pitch black like a cinema. And the sequence of the slide is like, I don't think people will want to see this sequence because his PowerPoint slide, I give you a summary. Slide 1, why am I so good? Slide 2, why am I so good? Slide 3, why am I so good? Slide 4, why am I so good? Slide 5, why am I so good? Slide 6, this is what I'm selling. Slide 4, 7, this is what I can do for you. Hello? I'm like, please, first slide, show testimonial. Nobody care about your company. I said, but this slide, last time when I do a presentation with my staff, they like it. Say, dude, you are the boss. You present to your staff. They're not going to say your presentation sucks. Grow some sales here, please. So I tell him the first slide show who are your customers, show the testimonials. Luckily, he did that. Okay, one thing good about this client, he's very open to change. He's open to not change, to criticism. So we changed. We put the first page of the first slide, all our customers. So happened, one of the customers is DHL. DHL, so happened, he put the first logo. So happened, the CEO of the company that we are presenting to previously worked at DHL. He saw it and he's asked, oh, DHL bought from you? Which department? And he told the department, oh, okay. Then the presentation went well. But before they saw the first slide, he brought the laptop in. The laptop went out of battery because it's an old laptop. Don't have the power plug, don't have the extension. They have to go and get the extension in the office. Then they don't have the projector is using HDMI. His laptop is so old, they are using VGA. They need to go and find a converter. And I'm like, dude, do you ever rehearse your work? Yes, I rehearse in my office. I'm like, and packaging. Do you know what laptop bag he used to bring the laptops? All the literally dirty and smelly bags. I'm like, dude, at least buy a new laptop bag. So when you take it out, new bag, use laptop, maybe still okay. You don't need to make it so obvious you're selling refurbished.
So he looked at the video and then he changed a lot, or?
Not the video, the presentation, he changed. So that presentation actually is a disaster. We after that presentation, we went for lunch. During the lunch, it's like we have PTSD, like, oh my God, that was a disaster. The only thing that saved the whole thing was because the first slide, who is our client? And we put all the major companies. So happened that the CEO worked in DHL before that. That saved the whole presentation. Else, I think the CEO will say, hey, you guys, I don't think we're going to buy from you. Get out. And so from there, he know his presentation sucks. And so happened that I introduced him, Victor Antonio's stuff. One of it was the presentation. So he's very open to learn from there. Okay, so maybe his situation, his mind was he know that where he screwed up. Okay, because I don't think Victor Antonio is going to talk. I don't think he talk about cold email. Frankly, he doesn't. As far as I remember, he doesn't.
Yeah, I don't see it. I think he's more like
the presentation.
The reason why I feel a little bit out of context is I think he's always talking about big sales team and all that.
Yes, because there's a B2B
I don't have a
environment.
big sales team, right? Like just one person. So how
you need to
can
wear you need to wear different hats, because when you're presenting, you'll be presenting to a person who's concerned about the money, a person who is concerned about the how you can implement, the person who is concerned about is this going to be efficient, is the person who is going to be concerned about how easy it is for our staff to learn. So you need to wear different hats. You can't just present on one angle. And if let's say I'm you, I'll probably present on the technical too much and not enough on the financial. Or maybe I didn't emphasize how easy it is to transition from this way to your way. So this actually Deadlock never covered, but I learned that from Victor Antonio. It is especially important for B2B because we are asking people to change suppliers to change to us. Yeah, so that, and we need to say in a way which is very easy for them to understand. Very easy for them to say yes, like, hey, if you do this, this is going to happen. This is going to cost you how much? If you don't do this, this is going to happen. Basically, what I told you, I'm actually giving you a summary of a summary. Yeah.
I'll give it a try again. It's just very out of context
it's normal because you are learning a subject, an area, a field which you are very new in. So when you learn something new, it's going to be very, very normal for you to, I don't get it, I don't understand, I'm confused. It's very normal, right? It's true for me when I learned digital marketing in 2015. It's true for me when I learned HTC. Some things are total opposite of what I taught previously. So I'm like, I'm confused. Okay, but I can imagine if you never exposed to all of this, it'll be hard to digest. Go in with the expectation to the first time when you watch it doesn't count, and don't expect to understand everything the first time. You put a lot of pressure on yourself, and when you don't understand, the discovery mindset will change into stress, and that's where learning becomes a job. It doesn't become a fun, because I believe you like to learn new things. Introverts generally, we like to learn new things. But if you put yourself a lot of pressure, that goes the discovery, the excitement of discovery goes away, and it will turn into stress, and you will not enjoy it. All right, so that's the tip I can give you. So hopefully that's useful for everybody. The problem with introverts is sometimes we like to learn too much. We spend too much time watching our prospects videos. I'm guilty. Okay, I watched 20-40 hours of the prospect video before sending cold email. Okay, I did that this year. Okay, but I able to recognize my mistake and I correct from there. Okay, so sometimes we need to put a stop somewhere. Okay, hope that's helpful for everyone. Okay, if there is no other questions, then I guess that's all for this session.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.